anyone else that just joined, we are going to be recording this meeting. So I hope it's okay with you, because I want to redistribute it further to people who couldn't make it to this meeting today. So what is BuildUP? As I mentioned, it's a Science Career Accelerator. It's a 2-year program, which will require your commitment partially, not full-time. So therefore, you can still proceed with your education and graduate on time. We are doing training both in person and online, and that's very important that if you want to apply, that you are located in one of the 3 provinces that I mentioned, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, or Western Cape, and if you are mobile, because part of our program will require for you to join the companies that are supporting the program for job shadowing. The program focuses on biomedical sciences. Therefore, it's very important that you have the relevant background, because we are this year not expanding to different disciplines. And obviously, those are requirements that I'm telling you about, but I want to encourage you to apply, because we have a very strong entrepreneurship component of this program, where you're going to be learning a lot about how to start your own company from the legal perspective, from a business perspective, as well as how to obtain the funding. You're going to have exposure to potential investors in your ideas. So that's when it comes to entrepreneurship part of the program. At the same time, we're also going to show you additional tracks that you can take, and we will stimulate your education towards that direction as well, already in the first year. So you can create informed decisions about your career and what you want to do with your degree in future. Because the whole point is that we want to show you that there are career tracks available in South Africa, and you don't need to be stressed about your graduation, that you can find the careers that you want here in the country. There is no need to leave the country. So the most important thing about this program is that the course material, everything is provided for free. So you do not have a financial contribution to this program. We just want you to focus on your graduation and focus on studying the modules for this program. I just realized I didn't share the screens with you, but it's fine. So what is the profile of the students? We were just talking about the fact that immunologists qualify to our program. We are looking for final year postgraduate students in their masters or PhDs that have the academic background in plant biology, human biology, and other fields related essentially to biology, biomedical sciences at this stage. And as I mentioned, the commitment to the program is just a support program. So we really don't want to interfere with your studies. We want to allow you to graduate on time already in 2022, so that from the year 2023, you will be ready to enter job market in any way that you prefer, whether starting your own company or joining the workforce. Therefore, this program will only require you to join a few days a month, but to obtain all the certifications from the program, you're going to have to participate in all the elements of the program. So the program, as our brochure says, it's in the first year, you're going to have a general knowledge year where you're going to be exposed to all the possible careers that you can have, to expand your horizons about the career opportunities for scientists. So in January, we are going to start with biotechnology career tracks and general application, the business etiquette, where you're going to be learning more about how to expand your network to be able to find those job opportunities, because not all of them are advertised on standard career websites, and you have to be fully aware of that. Then we're going to move on to comparison of R&D careers between institutes and actually R&D centers. In South Africa, I'm going to be fair with you, a lot of companies don't have R&D centers when it comes to big pharmaceutical companies. However, there are smaller companies which do R&D work. Therefore, you can still pursue this type of job, but you will have to be aware of certain very important differences between working on the research in a standard academic lab versus the lab that it's in the industry. Then we're going to move to working in pharma, because big pharmaceutical companies are here in South Africa. Just few examples are basically Cipla, Novartis, Aspen Pharmaceuticals, but there are much more of those companies available here. So there you can also find yourself in relevant positions to scientists, and it does not require you to only work in the lab. And that's also a very important distinction you're going to learn from the course. Then we'll have the science communication, IP law, and technology transfer. On this call actually is the IP lawyer who already transferred slightly his education into more law. So as you see from that even example, it is possible to become IP lawyer with your scientific background. It will require additional skills, additional certifications, but all of that is possible in South Africa. Then we have this leadership in science, which will be your basic introduction. This will be a 2-week course. It's not going to be full day 2-week course, so that you also keep that in mind, that it will not take you away from your current studies. And that will lead to entrepreneurship basic training, which is a CETA accredited program called New Venture Creation. And that's will be done by Talent Development Institute. They specialize in assisting with new venture creation, which means assisting from a standard regulatory point of view, where you have to register your business, what you need to know about it. But also we're going to have elements of techno-economics in that program. We're going to learn more about how to transition your product to actually, your research to actually product. So how you can sell your research properly. And that will be for the 6 months between June and December. And that will overlap with your job shadowing. And that's why I'm saying it is crucial for you to be located in the provinces that are mentioned in the brochure, and be able to go to companies for job shadowing. We will unfortunately not be able to provide you with transportation to the company sites. But in the companies that are working with us, you're going to be able to learn directly from horse's mouth about people's experience working in that company. Maybe you're going to be able to make connections to be hired in future in that company. So this element is very important, because it's not only what we are going to teach you, in a dry environment like online sessions, but you're also going to be able to learn directly from company representatives. At the end of first year, we're going to have a pre-seed pitch round. So that's going to be absolutely crucial for people who are interested in entrepreneurship, because that's going to be your first exposure to investors. We're going to guide you through the process of preparing your pitch to investors. But at the same time, not everybody will be interested in that. And this is exercise only for people who want to join the job market. But it is a very important exercise, because you're already going to have this exposure to investors. And if you ever change your mind, you're going to know how to prepare your pitch to fund your future projects. And that's where the split happens. So in the first year, we have a cohort of all of you. Then for the second year, we create a split. People interested in entering the entrepreneurship track will be placed in incubators across the country. Whether it's going to be BioCity Labs in Cape Town, because you're located in Cape Town, or it's going to be located in Durban or in Johannesburg, we're going to provide you this opportunity to enter the actual incubator to work on your ideas. At the same time, people who are not interested in becoming entrepreneurs will be looking for placement, because that's the moment when you already have your degree in your hand and now it's time for you to find a job. And we are going to be coaching both of those groups. Obviously, the coaching modules in second year will slightly different between entrepreneurs and people looking for jobs. For example, setting up a funding team will not be relevant to people looking for placement, but it doesn't matter, because we are still gonna continue working with you on crafting your CV, crafting your network, so that you can get that job as soon as you either get your degree and want to already leave our incubator, or in that year 2023, when you're going to be looking actively for a job, we will be there for you to assist you with finding that job. At the end of, so what's happening for people entering the incubator? Obviously, you're going to be taken care of in terms of you're going to have access to the lab that will be providing you space to craft your idea, to create a minimum viable product, and possibly you could already pitch it to investors in the second round of pitches, which will happen again at the end of year 2. This round of pitches will be only for the startups, so not for people interested in finding placement, because we believe by then you're going to be already hired. But for people who are looking for more investment to bring your product further into next levels of development, that's going to be crucial for you to create the best, to put your best foot forward. And we're going to be assisting you with that as well. So this is just short information about the program. Now I would like to take any questions if you have. I'll stop sharing the screen.